Hello, we're back with the sisters.
Yes.
Yay! So, Annie, Amy, Audra,
Kate.
And we today are going to be talking about
Modesty. Favorite topic. Modest is
favorite.
hottest.
I don't think there's enough videos about modesty out
Right?
there, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like we should make another one. No. I do think modesty is an important thing to talk about because sometimes we don't talk about all the things that, like all the cliche things, or
Right.
because we
think
feel
it's
like
cliche.
we think it's cliche, but like you still need to talk about those things.
We should define how we're using the word modesty.
I guess when I speak about modesty, I'm talking about what you wear and how you carry yourself.
Yeah, how you
Yeah.
present yourself
Yeah.
to
How you present.
the outside
So
world.
that's kind of what I'm talking about with modesty.
Yeah. Okay.
So why is modesty important? Like, why is what we wear and how we act? Like, why is what we wear important? Like, you know?
Right.
Right.
Like, who cares? Just live your life, be free, live your truth.
Right.
Where would you want? Kidding. Let me bring Claire. Claire just woke up.
Let me bring Claire and she can talk to us about this.
The baby's crying, the dog's
Dog is
barking.
barking. No, but because we're representing Christ, like that's what we're supposed to do. So in everything, not just in like what we say or all that, but also in, like everyone we're saying it's about how we carry ourselves and how we are dressing and all that kind of stuff. Like that's representing Christ.
Right.
When we're dressing all that kind of stuff, we need to be representing Christ in that. And like, is that going to draw people to a relationship with
Right.
God? I guess like, how are they going to see God? Because we are showing them how to view God. So it's like, how are we showing him that?
Hi, Lucky.
Okay, there's a quote that says, "We aren't called to draw attention to us, we're called to draw attention to God." So I think that, one of I feel like a motive to dress a certain way is one, to gain attention and validation from other people, and to fit in with all the other girls are wearing it, so I want to, whatever, be a part of that.
And to get did you say validation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because our parents never let us wear anything low cut or too short or stuff like that. So I would put on a jacket. I'd get ready and I would think in my head, this is kind of tight. Mom, I don't want mom to see this because I want to wear it because it's drawing attention and I want attention. So I would put a jacket on to cover it up so I could get into the car, and then I'd take it off when I got wherever we were going. And then it's too late to change.
Right.
And mom would know every single time. She'd be like, "Oh, let me see your outfit today." So I think being a parent that's conscious of they've lived it. They know that you can dress for attention, and I think that's something that's important is for parents to empower their sons and daughters to dress modestly and that it not be a detraction.
Right.
But it's actually adding to them.
Right. Because you look adorable, but it's like, okay, who are you helping? What are you gaining really from what you're
And
doing?
it shows a form character that you care about other people
More than
I think that sometimes the way people dress can be uncomfortable for girls and guys, and so I think that it's an act of selflessness and thoughtfulness for other people to be like, I don't want to distract you, because it says in the Bible, you don't want to be a stumbling stone for other people, and you can do that with the way you dress and what you're doing, because,
Right. And is it their responsibility to not... Yes, there's a part of that, but
Right.
also, why not help it out?
Obviously.
Well, what is the scripture? As much as it depends on me, I will live at peace with all men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a huge thing. Because in today's culture, it's literally everybody else's problem. But we can take a part of the responsibility. I understand that you need to have self-control. I understand these things. But for the person who doesn't know Jesus especially, it's almost like a part of how I'm ministering to you is by coming out of my house as an ambassador of Christ, not as anything else.
Yeah.
But you have to actually believe that that's
Right.
real, and that is bigger than, you can look cute and still be trendy with being modest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and ultimately people are drawn to you because of who you are, not because of what you're wearing. And so
Right.
it's
I just feel like it would send a really weird message if I was maybe clothed in maybe a really cute, trendy something, but it showed a little too much here, I would feel almost hypocritical if I was going to go talk to someone about Jesus.
Right.
And it's not a judgy thing or oh, well, you shouldn't feel condemned about what you're wearing. I think there's real holiness and real righteousness in what and how you dress yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
You can dress modest, but still be completely immodest
Immodest.
with your actions. And so I think that's also something like,
Yeah.
and then when you have it mixed, it's like, okay.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What are you representing?
Yeah, what are
Yeah.
you representing? What voice is talking to you louder? Your like the insecurity or wanting to fit in or be accepted, or is it? Yeah, because modesty is inside out.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we all have loved and like loved Jane Austen movies and Pride and Prejudice. And when you watch those, it's like they're so pure. Like there's a modesty not in just what they wear, but in how they act. Like they're very respectful and honor people. And I don't know. That's
Right,
like
there
a
was-
side note. But
yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
that's something that's why it's not just about the romance. It's the conduct of the people, like
Right.
how they
Like, they had
conducted
respect
themselves.
for each other. They had respect
Yeah.
for each other to not be alone in the same room
Right.
together, because that was improper. That was
Right.
immodest. Like, they
They
made
protected
sure.
each other's
Right,
reputation.
reputation. Yeah.
When I asked Instagram about what they think about male modesty, because we never hear about male modesty, almost every single answer was about behavior.
Yeah.
So it seemed like all the answers that came in for women were about clothing, and all the ones that came in were about behavior. And I thought that was very interesting because God has given each of us gender roles. Yes, there are, and we have been given this beauty. And men have beauty too, but we do not respond to male beauty the way
Right.
way
Men
the world
respond.
responds to female beauty.
Right,
And so it's almost like we have a different gift that we have to steward
Right.
in our body,
Right.
and we all have to steward the gift of character.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Character is so huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I'm like, you can be a Christian and say you love God, but if you don't have integrity and like treat people with respect, then it's like
That's.
that. I don't know. It just doesn't even make sense. It doesn't
It's-
compute.
You're falling short somewhere in that thought process.
People that have character, are more. People are drawn to them more than necessarily if you say you're a Christian. You have to back it up with how you act, and so
right.
that's I've met people that are more godly and that aren't Christian than I have some Christians. Like,
Yeah.
if that makes sense, and that's so twisted.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
so twisted. So basically, just if you have the modesty conversation with yourself, with your character, and with what you're wearing, like, why am I wearing what I'm wearing?
Right.
Why do I act the way I act? Is Jesus my number one? I think that when Jesus is your number one, you start being obedient to him. What you wear, how you dress, it starts to become more of, I'm replicating Jesus on the earth, instead of I'm gonna look cute in this. It becomes
Right.
it's a bigger picture when you
Yeah.
start, and it doesn't you don't have to like feel bad like if you feel like you're not there yet. Like, just be obedient with God today,
Right.
and continue to be obedient and make it about Jesus, and don't overanalyze everything. I
Yeah,
think that's
exactly.
key. Don't overanalyze everything. Just love Jesus and let him teach you what modesty is,
Right.
how he wants you to dress, how he wants, to grow you in your character and your giftings and all those things. And don't let the world dictate what fashion is. You know what I mean?
It's such a
Like,
small thing, really.
it's
When you
just a
think
small
about
thing.
it, it's like this. It's like in the grand scheme of things, okay,
What
but
do you-
it's all just like pursue Jesus,
a
because
lot of-
everything else, your life will then show it. It's
Yeah.
just-
Just pursue Jesus.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's so
it
good.
all comes back to that.
It all comes back to that, and just love
Yep.
God more than you love anything else.
Yeah.
Right, Clary? How did you get that? No, thank you. Can Mama have that, please? Bye. Thank you
Bye,
for
guys.
joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.
What wouldn't you do for you? We stick together and we see